Okay, so I recently went to a singles event and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool, not like I care.
Being a wife requires you to be feminine at all times. It's not an on and off, it's always on. If you are not capable of being in your feminine at all times, I would reconsider your status as a wife. I would say that you might not be wife material yet, because men naturally, heterosexual men, don't want to be in a relationship with another man. They're choosing a woman because they want the thing that they don't have.
Yeah.
If you want to be wife material, you have to be the thing that attracts a man.
Yeah.
And what attracts him is going to be your femininity.
A lot of these modern women are terrible in the way that they maneuver in the world. A man would come, oh man, how come men don't approach anymore? How come men don't come up to us in the grocery store or the gas station? Well, the way you guys have maneuvered, the way you guys have run your mouth, the way you guys have really honestly and truly acted a fool. You guys have really gotten beside yourself in the way that you treat men that are, really honestly and truly, to you guys, all men are the same. It don't really matter if a man comes up to you and says, hey, how you doing? My name is John. Versus a man, yo, what's up, ma? How you doing? Oh, you looking fine today, girl. You sexy. Turn around and shake that thing on me. Really don't even matter. So the man that was actually giving you respect, you treat him with the same level of respect that a man is coming up to you trying to dog you.
A lot of my friends are like, wow, your boyfriend treats you so well. Like, she gets such a good guy. And my reaction, truthfully, is like confusion, because he has no choice but to treat me well. He did not treat me well. He knows even he would not be my boyfriend. Yes, he's a great guy, and I think he's predispositioned just to be a respectful, great man. There are many qualities I admire about him. But to be clear, if he came at me with any other kind of energy, he would not be in my life. Absolutely not. So, like, remember that when choosing a partner. People in general will treat you how you allow them to. Your partner is not being a respectful, loving gentleman and treating you how you deserve to be treated. What are you doing in that relationship? Like, actually, why are you telling anyone, guy, girl, friend, that it's okay to be in your life and treat you like that? That's where your standards, boundaries come in, and that's where when you have enough self-respect and self-love, you don't put up with that behavior anymore. Not acceptable.
So I think, what's wild is you have a lot of modern women that will post about wanting a man that plans dates, remembers details, shows up, not ghosting you, showing up consistently, I would say. And a lot of guys do all of that, right? He does all of that. But a lot of times modern women don't acknowledge it. A lot of times you don't thank him. They'll say something silly like that. Oh, well, I expect that's the bare, that's the bare minimum, stuff like that. And 3 to 6 months later, or however long it is, you're looking up and you're talking about, well, he's not chasing me, he's not yearning, he doesn't really like me the same way he used to. He seems like he's not putting forth any effort. Well, if you look back, and this is what men talk about, if you are self-aware enough to look back and say, well, if I'm not appreciating him, if I'm making him feel like the stuff that he doesn't matter, how do you think that he's going to act?
Bring back the traditional men. Bring back the guys that are willing to pay for the first day and have no issue with it. Like, bring back the guys that will not argue with you over silly things.
Get that, not pay, when I hear even guys with girls, what's it called, talking about 50-50, I'm like, how? Yeah. Why? You got to set the tone, and it's a case of traditional, right? Yeah. It's just like you're supposed to take care of, girls like to feel like a princess.
Exactly.
You like to feel like a princess.
Exactly.
Just make sure you're I don't know, just take charge, man. Yeah, take charge, because it'll make you feel good.
Exactly. Really, take the advice from Sweep, okay? He knows what he's talking about. Period.
Everyone's taken up sassy era.
Yeah.
Everyone, even myself, small.
Yeah, even the masculine guys these days. Yeah. Sassy. Everything is an argument. Everything is a debate. Everything is this, that.
So once I start seeing that in the Manam GC when we're arguing, I was like, okay, the sassy era is really come full force.
Yes.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. You know what's funny is that modern women, they just say weird stuff. Like, a man could be hanging out with you, or, you know, whenever you want to be hung out with. Hey, let's go here, let's do this, let's be over there. But then when a man says, hey, you know, I just want to kind of like relax, you know, go out with the boys, or like just have a weekend to myself. A lot of these modern women, because they've been listening to a whole lot of foolishness, then they'll say, oh, you have an avoidant attachment style. Attachment, you're avoidant. You haven't really fully dealt with your trauma. They'll sit up here and use words that they don't even know what they're saying. Oh, you're probably out there, you know, doing what you're not supposed to be doing. It. No, I was just hanging out. I was just hanging out with my brother. That was it. My mom asked me to do a couple things around the house. That's all I was doing, is whatever she asked for. Oh, well, show me the proof. Are you the police? No, stop being weird. Maybe you need to go to therapy a little bit more and listen.
Dating in 2024 sucks because we have some men who are so afraid of approaching women in person to initiate organic connections due to fear of rejection, of course. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have some women who have such intense visceral reactions to a scenario like that happening, thinking that every guy that approaches them is a creep, is a love bum, is a narcissist, whatever the case may be. And that's why none of this is happening in person anymore. So we are stuck with dating apps and sliding in the DMs. And that's why we are not progressing in relationships as a society anymore. Sound like a fair assessment? So we have the identified issues. We know what they are. Let's work on them and change them for the better. What do you guys think?
I think we have to understand that they have to understand is, for a lot of men, they're getting used to peace. They're getting used to silence. They're getting used to not having to hear about nonsense, not having to hear about the foolishness that you got going on, how he ain't paying attention to you every second of the day, just a whole bunch of nonsense. And I understand there are problems, you know, if, you know, slacking off and stuff like that. I get it. But a lot of times modern women keep up mess wherever they go. There's always something wrong. It's never them. It's never them. Well, I wouldn't do this if you wouldn't do this. It's always somebody else. They never, ever once stop and say, maybe the problem was me this time. Maybe I'm the one keeping up the trouble. Maybe I should apologize. That never, ever crosses their mind. Well, let me say, sometimes it crosses their mind. On the small chances that it does cross their mind, they have their handy dandy friends group to tell them, oh, he was definitely wrong. None of it was your fault. None of it. You were completely 120% right. He was negative 120% wrong. Well, I guess you would be like, I guess you would say negative 120% right. He'd be 120% wrong. He would be infinity% wrong because he's a bum. So don't apologize to him. Have him apologize to you, take you on a vacation, give you really, really nice flowers, anything and everything that you want for the next 3 years.
Here in Atlanta, the girlies are the ones who approach the men.
Wait.
The mates. No.
Wait.
I'm telling you.
The girls are moving to the boys here?
Yes. And they won't say it. They don't want to come out and say it, but they do. The men here are they're just so spoiled. They are spoiled. All the girls are sharing the same man. All the girlies here, they're dating the same 3 Africans. Africans are a big thing here.
Really?
Yes.
Like Portia Williams, the African
Oh my God,
people.
they want that. And then if it's not the Africans, and yes, it has to be like the athletes. Everybody's a money guy now, a entrepreneur, an investor now. Everybody's that in Atlanta, which I don't get. But Check. I don't know what y'all be investing in. But yeah, be careful. Here, I just feel like the dating scene really, really caters to the men. The men don't really court. It's really weird to watch. And then it's weird to see like the women, how they will beat each other's wigs off over these dudes.
And modern women expect you to commit to them, right? Modern women really, honestly, they want control over commitment is really what they want. They want control over your access to them, and they want control over their commitment. So they want all of the cards, which is, oh, I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man. And this and that. I can choose this man. I got this man on my roster. He does this. I got this man that does that. And I can choose any one of them whenever I would like to. Right. You can do all of that and have a fantastic life. People doing things for you. I don't know what they got going on. That might be an arrangement that you guys enjoy in some instances for a number of years. But then you, at one point in time, and this is where you get into trouble. At one point in time, you want them, at some point in time, you want a man, even if it's not that man, you want a man to commit to you, right? Unfortunately for you, that man has been seeing you act a fool out there. And now you're wondering why this man won't commit to you, why this man won't propose to you, why this man won't marry you. I've been seeing you act a fool. And a lot of men see that. They see you out here playing the field, roaming around, and then saying, I'm going to continue to roam around. You're not even doing it in private, right? They see all the stuff you're doing and they say, I don't think so. I don't want to marry a woman like that. If she's going to be out here messing with this guy and that guy, it's not the type of woman that I want. You got women out here trying to take a man for all of his money. I don't want that. That's not something that I'm looking for. You're not doing anything to be that.
What I realize is there's a modern men that want a traditional woman, but they don't want to be a traditional man. So you want a woman to come home from a job, just like you did, clean, cook, do the laundry, take care of the kids, and handle everything in the household. And you guys are both going to work. Do you see how that don't make sense?
No, it does make sense. And yes, I do want you to do that. And then, because guess what? When the tub or the light break down, you not fixing it either.
But that's an everyday job.
Be the hell fighting right now. See, that's the problem.
Everyday job.
That's the problem.
Are you delusional?
No.
I don't give a. It's an everyday job for a woman to come home, cook, clean, and take care of the kids, and also go to a job like a man.
First of all,
I do it every day.
Your point is invalid, and you sound like the rest of these unwedded women talking about the modern day women right there. I'm gonna go to work like you. Do you want me to cook, clean? First of all, name one woman in real life, now that you about to make up your head, that comes home and cooks every day. No man is even eating every day. Sometimes we're not even hungry.
Comment, share later. Mwah.
And what's funny is a lot of modern women, they like to do background checks on you, like they're hiring you to be the next VP or the next CEO or something like that. What company did you leave? Let me get some references. Let me talk to people that you worked with. Let me talk to your boss, right? and you sitting up there like, man, this is Chipotle. We're just trying to get to know each other. This is Starbucks. I'm just trying to see if I like you. You trying to see if you like me. That's it. But they're going to the end, and I know they're pulling out. Well, you got to be safe. I got it. I understand it. But even at that angle, when a man says, okay, well, if you're wanting these things, you wanting to know these things about me, well, can I know these? And it'd be respectable things. What can I know about you? Can I know these things? These are things that I would want to know about a woman, and I would be curious to know about my next potential partner. But all of a sudden, those are inappropriate, and how dare you? Don't you have any manners? Chivalry is actually dead. I like a man that doesn't ask any questions. I like a man that doesn't, expect a woman to do anything. He just works. That's a real man. All of a sudden they pulling out the big pieces on what their grandfather did. Some of these women don't even know their grandfathers. Well, I heard stories. No. Your grandfather wasn't doing any of it. Matter of fact, and that's not to say that he wasn't a good man. It's just to say sometimes we be putting things out there that didn't actually happen. We would have wanted them to happen, and sometimes we're memorializing people as if they did something that they didn't actually do.
I don't know about you, but I think guys put themselves in the friend zone. I don't think women do it. Because to me, if a guy is placed in the friend zone, he has placed himself in there because he had the anticipation that he was going to date a woman or get to sleep with a woman, and she said no. So it's easier for him to put a label on the rejection so that he doesn't feel rejected, and then that places the blame on the woman because she's the one who said no. If a woman says no, it's because she's not interested. If she's not interested, it's not because you're not a good person, it's just that you're not a match for her. So as a guy, you need to be able to understand that you are going to have rejections. That's just part of the process. And it doesn't mean that we've friend zoned you or we've put you in the nice guy category. You've placed yourself there in order to feel better about a situation in which you were rejected. And again, it's okay to be rejected. It's just a redirection saying that you are not a fit for said person. But if you want to continue to pursue said person and you are still attracted to said person and you say, well, you friend zoned me, you're the one saying that the woman said no and you didn't feel good about it. Do you think I'm right or do you think I'm wrong? Put it in the comments.
These modern women, you probably heard it before, Captain Save-A-Hoe. That's what they're looking for, unfortunately. Now, they probably won't refer to themselves as that, or they might. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They want you to come save them. And a man does not have the responsibility to do that.
You know, the happiest people in the world are single women and married men.
I'll never get married.
May I ask, like, where are you ladies from?
I live in Denmark.
I live in the UK. I'm basically from Romania.
What are you ladies doing for a living?
I'm a musician. I play in a symphonic orchestra. I play the violin.
I'm a registered nurse.
You ladies married?
No, I'm divorced.
I'll never get married.
I'm happily single and I'll stay like this.
In your perspective, what's the meaning of marriage?
The way I see it today is that you should have children and have a family just to convince yourself that maybe you shouldn't have. You should just have children with no marriage.
Hey, work on yourself. It's better to invest in yourself, your own mind, in your spirit, in your energy. So raise up your vibration. It's better than getting married.
Do you think, like, who needs marriage more, men or women?
Men, definitely. Men are not capable of being singles.
So what is the secret of being happily single?
Oh, but that's the most wonderful thing, because the moment you're single, you have time for reflection about yourself. You know, the happiest people in the world are single women and married men.
It's better to enjoy a partner, not to get married. So just, enjoying going out on date. Don't lose yourself.
Why do men have a hard time helping women? Men will stand there. The women will have all the bags, the kids, the suitcases, the luggage. She'll be doing everything, and he's just standing there.
24 hours later.
I believe that the strength of a woman is also what makes men respect us even more. We are not necessarily damsels in distress here. Damsels in distress here. We can open doors for ourselves. We can do things for ourselves. But it's okay for a woman to be strong. It's okay for a woman to be independent. Woman to be strong. It's okay for a woman to be independent.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Why do men have a hard time helping women?
Well, there was a Twitter storm yesterday where a woman tweeted about some guy trying to help her with her luggage, getting out of the compartment in the plane, and she regarded him as an oppressor.
Misogyny. Big time.
So, and guys are getting their heads bitten off, or certainly getting an earful just for helping. It's confusing for guys. So the urge to be nice is there.
And it's too confusing, so just don't bother.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Nothing brings a smile to the face of Lord Destro like seeing a strong, independent woman holding some heavy bags in front of a large staircase. Hot summer days, broken down cars, and crying.
I don't need no man.
Women.
3 tips for women seeking out serious relationships.
I know what you guys are thinking. Aren't you a clown? Didn't you make a video about a poop dream? And to that I say, yes, but I'm a layered human being. Tip number 1, it sounds like common sense, but the sense don't be common. Y'all, go outside. Like, go outside and not outside. No, not outside. Outside, go outside. Get a job, take a class or something, go for a walk. That's how you organically meet somebody. Not by being outside. That's how you get a hookup. Tip number 2, pay attention to the way a man is pursuing you. Is he courting you, asking to take you on dates, giving you compliments instead of calling you fine? Or is he asking you to link? Because quite frankly, if you agreed to a link and you thought that was going to be your boyfriend, I don't know what to tell you. Tip number 3, and this is for the real certified lover girls. Y'all, hookup culture is never gonna work for us. I promise you. Just stop trying to do it. It's not gonna give you the status. Like, it's not gonna give you what you're looking for. You're gonna feel like shit.
Wait till you can see it in that man's eyes that he loves you. If you can see in his eyes that he loves you without him even having to say a thing, then give it to him.
I would say women more so feel like a doormat. That's the word I would use.
Yeah, that's a good word.
We feel like if we put in effort, we're just going to be walked all over.
Exactly.
They're just going to take advantage of us.
Because you want it to be reciprocated, and I think you have that fear of it not being reciprocated.
Exactly.
And then now at that point, you feel like you're being taken advantage of.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why a lot of women don't put in effort in that. And also, I think a lot of women can have this like princess syndrome where they think that the men are just supposed to do all of the courting and effort, which, like, don't get me wrong, we'd love to be courted by men, but don't get it twisted, ladies. Y'all gotta put in effort too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, we live in 2024. Everybody wants to talk about chivalry, right? They want to go back to the times where men courted women and stuff like that. I'm sorry, that's not the world we live in today.
No,
you know, and
although that would be great.
Yeah, I mean,
don't get me wrong. I still want, you know, the men to do stuff like the man things. Like, we still live our relationship very traditionally. But we live in a modern day world.
Mm-hmm. We live in a modern day world, right? So when women are sitting here telling me, I want to go back into the times where men court women, the thing I asked them, are you being a wife? Because those women that were courted back in the day, they wanted to be wives.
They were submitting to their man.
They were submitting to their man. They respected
living in their feminine energy.
They were living in their feminine energy. They respected their men.
Yeah.
So of course that man's going to court her.
Right.
But now we live in a world today where we have this whole notion of like, I don't need no man, like you know, and it's sad. Because it's completely against the biblical perspective. It's completely against God's word. And that's not how God created husband and wife. That's not how God created man and women to coincide and be.
You know, I think it's time I put my 2 cents in on this male loneliness epidemic that we're having. I think if men were just to stay celibate, okay, and save themselves for marriage, there wouldn't be this problem. You know, like, women don't want men who have been ran through. Women don't want men who have slept around, who have been used, you know, who just keep their swinging thing just hanging out for anyone and everyone. Like, you just need to stay celibate and the male loneliness epidemic will end. I promise you. Like, women don't want men who are used and washed up. That's it. Save yourself for marriage.
And I think a lot of these modern women aren't really sure what a man actually is. They're not really sure what masculinity is. They're not really sure how to even handle masculinity, to be honest with you. They think they know. They talk about how they know. They talk about what they want. They didn't watch a Hallmark movie somewhere. They didn't read a book somewhere. They didn't go to the movies and seeing some type of romantic comedy or some romantic movie or Twilight reruns or something like that, and they're like, oh shoot, that's the type of love that I want, that's the feeling that I want. The fact of the matter is there is no feeling, because that's a movie. They're actors and actresses, so there's most likely no feeling. It's professional, it's fabricated, it's fabricated. Now, there has been some instances, I guess a few number of things where you have people that have worked together on set. I think Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie way back when they did Mr. and Miss Smith, classic by the way. Well, I like the movie. And then there was one that came out on Amazon. That series was pretty good to me, with Danny Glover and somebody else. Maybe it wasn't Danny Glover. Childish Gambino. Yeah, not Danny Glover. I can't think of his name. But anyway, where, you know, Brad and Angelina got together and obviously they broke up. But, you know, for the most part, that's people with good writing. Very good writing. Very good imaginations. Putting it on screen. Does it happen in some instances? Yes. What they're synthesizing for you in an hour and a half, 2 hours. In the Titanic's case, 3 hours, I think it was. Which back in the day, that was terrible. People actually went to go see that movie 3 hours. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would never. But anyway, sorry. Within that time span, what would probably take people 10, 15 years to get to be in sync, in a lot of cases, they're synthesizing for you within like 2 to 3 hours. And they're not really showing you any of the work that has to be done to get there. Modern women don't care about that.